So good day, friends. This is Dr. Bob Hamilton, and you have tuned in today to the Hamilton Review, where kids and culture collide. Thank you all for being here today, and Merry Christmas to you all. This show is, of course, airing on Christmas Eve, 2024, which is great. So I know that this is going to be a short show, by the way, because I know that all of you who are out there are too busy to spend too much time with Dr. Hamilton today. So I am completely aware of that. So we're going to have a sweet little show, but it's going to be quick. So don't go away. I have a very special guest to introduce you to you, but thank you guys for tuning in today. I really do hope you guys have a great Christmas and a Hanukkah, by the way. Tomorrow, rarely we have Hanukkah and Christmas together. Tomorrow is that day. And I think it's been a long, long time where the two, well, at least the beginning of Hanukkah coincides with Christmas Day. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that you guys like what you hear. And if you do, share with your friends and your family. It means much, much to me for you to do that. So today, it is a great joy and privilege, privilege to introduce to all of you one of my grandchildren. My wife and I have 13, but one of them. And she is my granddaughter, Hannah Jane Hamilton. Hannah Jane, welcome today to the Hamilton Review.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
So you look great, and I am happy that you're here as well. And I'd like to begin my show, and you may or may not know this because I don't know how often you listen to your grandfather's podcast, probably not too often. But I like to have my guests talk a little tiny bit about who they are. Now, I know that you are now 12 years of age, and tell us where you go to school, tell us what you're doing in your life, and tell us something very, very special that is going to happen in January. So I'm going to stop talking. Hannah Jane, you're up.
Well, I go to Lincoln Middle School. Um, I do a lot of sports. I'm on a swim team. I do an after school a cappella group. But also in January, I'm performing in Beauty and the Beast for my school. And it's really special to me because I love singing and acting. So I get to be with all my friends and do the things I love.
I have seen you act before, and you're kind of a natural. You seem to be comfortable in front of a lot of people. And I will tell you that is a skill which is hard to come by. When you get up in front of everybody, are you nervous when you walk out on the stage?
I mean, of course I am. I'm in front of all these people who are probably judging me, but I also just think if I do make a mistake, at least it's over with. I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Right. Well, you don't make too many mistakes. I can tell you that. Your voice is beautiful. God has given you a beautiful voice, and I know that in the play coming up in January, tell everyone, just because there might be people out there who want to come to this play, where it's going to be and the dates of the calendar, if you remember.
Um, well, it is the last full weekend of January. I believe it's the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. I might be wrong, but yeah, for anyone who wants to come, it's going to be amazing. It's all middle schoolers. It's a really fun thing to do.
So where is it going to be, my love?
It's going to be at Lincoln Middle School in the auditorium.
And Lincoln Middle School is where? In
It's in between 14th and 16th on California
in
Boulevard.
Santa Monica, California.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. We got to tell everyone what city you're in. Santa Monica is where it is, and at Lincoln Middle School. If you Google Lincoln Middle School and you Google it, Beauty and the Beast, I am sure that you can find tickets online. And I want you to know, Anna, that your grandmother Leslie bought tickets yesterday for your play. So we are going to be there, and we're looking forward to that wonderful time.
Me
So
too.
um, So can you so you're a I know you're a soccer player. I know you're doing swimming right now. You're doing a cappella. You're in the play. Um, what other things do you like to do? Are you play? I know that you also play the piano.
Piano, yeah. I stopped doing lessons, but I still play around and I can play a few songs by ear. I love doing that on my free time. But also, I tried to learn guitar. I still know a few chords, but not really. I don't do lessons anymore.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. You're a busy young lady, and it turns out, as I tell all my patients, you can't do everything, right? And but you're doing a lot, and everything that you do, by the way, you do really, really well. So
Thank you.
congratulations. So Hannah, uh, today is Christmas Eve. Tomorrow is Christmas Day,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm you're here today. I asked you to come on the show to talk a little bit about Christmas. So, what? First of all, are you excited about Christmas?
Well, of course, I'm excited about presents, but I also get to be with all of my family and celebrate Jesus' birth, and I just get to come together with all of the people I love.
So, what are some of the traditions that you particularly like about Christmas?
Well, of course, on Christmas Eve, we have a fire and we all do our Christmas lists and we put them in our stockings, and that's a fun tradition. But also, on Christmas Day, after we open all of our presents at home, we go to our grandparents' house and we go and open some of the presents that we got from our other family, um, from our other relatives. And I love that because we get to stay there all day and then we get really good dinner. It's always so good.
It is good, and your grandmother Leslie is a wonderful super duper cook, as you know. And I think that tomorrow we have the entire Hamilton family clan. I think everybody is going to be together. Uh,
Hmm.
by the way, when you add up all the grandchildren, we now have 13 grandchildren. Hannah is one of how many girls? How many granddaughters?
5.
Five. That's right. We have five granddaughters, and we have eight grandsons, and they're all going to be together. And when you guys are, all you cousins are together, what is it like?
Well, of course, it gets a little chaotic, but usually we kind of split up into groups. So it's mostly the girls and the boys, but sometimes we get in a huge Nerf gun fight or you go and play Legos, and it's always kind of like a giant army.
Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of divide up the girls, and the guys, right? And
Yes.
sometimes it's the girl cousins against the boy cousins, right? So that's
Yeah.
and you know what, Hannah, is funny. The word you hit the word. The right word is chaos. It's total chaos, and but it's fun chaos, and
Hmm.
it's a lot of joy. Listen, um, Christmas at our home is one of, in my opinion, as the grandfather, is one of the happiest days of the year for a lot of reasons. I mean, certainly the presents. So, what else does Christmas mean to you, Hannah?
Well, I have this aunt who comes over a lot, but whenever she comes over, she always gives me the best hugs, and I love it because on Christmas Day, the first person I hug is my aunt, and I love doing that.
And your grandmother,
Of course.
your grandmother Susan, who lives right behind,
Hmm.
right?
Yes, definitely.
Yep. So it's a happy day. It's the day of family. It's the day of sharing presents. Have you? You're getting now. You are 12 years of age. Have you been shopping?
Yes, a lot. A lot. I've bought a few gifts for a lot of my family members. I still need to get one for you, but I'm crossing my fingers I can get it on time.
You know that you know my favorite gift, Hannah.
Yeah.
What?
I was asking, what is it?
Oh, okay, you don't know. Okay, so my
No.
favorite gift is not a thing, okay? So you don't have to buy me anything, but what I like is a an invitation, okay? And if you want to give me like hey, say, Grandpa, I'm going to invite you to have a ice cream at the ice cream shop with me in 2 weeks, and we get to spend a couple hours together. That to me is the best gift I could possibly have, and not a thing. I don't need. You don't have to buy me a pair of shoes. You don't have to buy me a hat or a new tie or another pair of stockings or underwear or a shirt or pants. I can't. I mean, you don't have to buy me that. I'm telling you that right now. I'm pleading with you. Don't do that. But if you say, Grandpa, I want to spend the afternoon with you on this day, I promise you, I will open my calendar up and you and I will go. And you can bring anybody. You can bring all the other girl cousins if you want to. And that's what I regard as being the most important and valuable a gift that I could receive from you and any of the grandchildren. Promise. What do you think about that?
Okay. That would be amazing because I don't really get to spend a lot of time with you.
One on one. I see you a lot,
Yeah,
right? One on one.
that's true.
Well, you're in that age of your life, my dear, where you're busy with your friends and you got a lot going on. And I understand that because I remember being 12 years of age and I never spent. Well, actually, you know what? I never really had it. My grandparents were not were not available. They were living in different places, and sad to say, most of them had passed by the time I was 12 years of age. But anyway, well, Hannah, what do you think about the real what is the real meaning of Christmas, by the way?
Well, the real meaning of Christmas is the coming of Jesus. The Lord, He came to earth, um, and we celebrate it because without Jesus, we wouldn't have everybody. We wouldn't have all the things that we're grateful for. And we celebrate it by giving gifts and receiving gifts because we're celebrating the joy that comes when we get to be with everybody and celebrate.
Right. That's right. And also, I think the giving of gifts was really begun with the three wise men who
Hmm.
presented gifts to Jesus. So, in many ways, this is kind of a a representation of that idea of gift giving, which was from the very beginning, right? Okay, well, Hannah, Jane, I just want to thank you for taking this short period of time to be together on my podcast. I think that you're probably one of the youngest people I've ever interviewed on my podcast. And so thank you for getting up early in the morning and coming to my office and doing this podcast with me. Um, Merry Christmas to you
Merry Christmas.
and to your mother and father and to your auntie and your brother Levi. By the way, I want everyone to know that Hannah Jane is one of my favorite grandchildren. Now, mind you, I have 12 other favorite grandchildren, but I want you to know you're one of my favorite. Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed being here today.
Well, it's really wonderful to have you here as well.
Hmm.
So, friends, on my behalf, I want to wish everyone out there a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah. Tomorrow is that amazing day where Christians and Jews get to celebrate together, which I find to be poetic. And I'm really happy that today or this day coincides together because it makes for a happy celebration for all of us. So enjoy the day tomorrow. I hope that all of you are well fed and that you receive the presents you want. By the way, Hannah, what present are you looking forward to receiving? Do you have any things that I need to go out and buy you today?
Well, um, I love clothes because I don't have a lot of clothes, but I also love just being with everybody. So, well, of course, that gift is gonna come straight to me on Christmas Day. But I also wanted to say that you're one of my favorite grandpas.
Thank you, Hannah. You're very sweet to say that. But anyway, well, listen, you're making me blush. I'm very touched by that. So anyway, well, okay, I'm gonna let your lovely grandmother Leslie do the buying of clothes because I'm not really great when it comes to buying clothes for anybody really. So I'll leave that to your grandmother Leslie, and you know that she's a superstar when it comes to that kind of stuff, right? And so
Yes, definitely.
I will pass that on to Mrs. Santa, and I'll see what she can do. I know what she'll do. She's going to get you something very special. So, all right, well, friends, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. May 2025 bring joy and happiness and prosperity to all of you. It's a wonderful time of the year, happy time of the year, and I wish you all the very, very best. Thank you for tuning in today to the Hamilton Review, where kids and culture collide. Until next week, be well. Bye bye.
You have been listening to the Hamilton Review, where kids and culture collide. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your day. Tune in again next week on Apple Podcast. Rate and comment and tell a friend.